Okay.
Dude, what a freaking week, man. It has been crazy.
Yeah. Can we just get the elephant in the room out of the way? We're in a new digs here. This is different, right?
This is, I mean, I want to call it home. I'm really trying to sell it off to you guys, but we are in a new house. This is kind of badass, man. So we were, we looked online. I looked online, and I kept, I thought about you, John.
You thought about me?
Yeah, and it was your birthday coming up soon, and I was like, what better birthday present can I get John than just go out on a limb and start hunting down podcast studios? And I first started off in Houston because I was thinking there's no way we're going to have one here in town, in Pearland.
And it's like 2 minutes from my house.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
We could live here. This is like our new home.
I don't know if they go for that.
We just start paying like weekly dues, and we could show up here every single day and just come in, hang out, like home away from home. I don't know if they like that, but
it's beautiful, and just not just everything sticking together, sweating like we're like in the garage pod. That's just making the creative juices just flowing. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's juicy.
Yeah, it's juicy, right? That's
It's
kind
like
of weird, John.
It's like Matt's dining room, but better lighting.
Yeah, I would say you don't have Boomer rolling around or Linda and the kids just dropping in the shots. Yeah. So, hey.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Very thankful, very fortunate for the guys over here that are running this podcast studio. So hopefully it's going to be a beautiful friendship moving forward, and we're looking forward to doing many, many more episodes.
That's right.
Let's get into the birthday party we had this weekend for John. I mean, it was epic. It was awesome. I don't know how much John remembers of it.
I had a great time.
Dude.
I drank a lot.
You drank a lot. Y'all had a mobile bar outside your house.
With my kids
17-year-old kid serving alcohol to us.
He did a great job.
That's like...
And it was really good.
I gave him so much money. I was so drunk. I was like, here, have another 20. I'm like, what am I doing? Give me my money back.
No wonder he kept saying 30 more minutes. 30 more minutes.
Whatever.
Yeah, he kept extending that last call.
He did. And you cooked your ass off, right? I
did cook a little bit, yeah.
So did you do the ribs that day?
I did. I did 2 racks at St. Louis, and then later on in the evening we did, some wings and some poppers. And we almost forgot about the poppers. Those were on there for like 2 hours.
A long time.
Yeah.
I think once we pulled them off once thinking they were done, but the bacon was just kind of rubbery. So we had to put them back on again. But it was hot. Like, I mean, literally, if people don't know, the people that are just tuning for the first time, we're here in the Houston area, and it's just Texas, everything in the South is just melting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's an actual drought. Like they said, it hasn't rained in I don't know how long, but it's not good. It's bad.
It rained like 3 minutes the other day.
Yeah, I was out of town. I don't know.
In Pearland. In town for 3 minutes.
I thought we were going to get like some freaking tropical something or other.
No.
It's bullshit.
Yeah.
Went south. I was joking with a coworker the other day. She was like, she rolled outside, and she came and kind of interrupted me a little bit while I was having a conversation with another coworker. I'm like, okay, rude.
Right.
Asshole.
I look on her back of her shirt, and you can see droplets like on her back. And she's a smoker. And I'm like, dude, is it raining out there? She's like, yeah. I was like, dude, badass. And then a couple minutes later, I went out and looked, and I was like, there's like not a freaking cloud in the sky.
There's one single cloud that rolled by.
I'm like, you went out there and you took your smoke break and you soaked up all the 3-4 raindrops that was going to hit the ground. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Well, it is so hot. I tell you, so I've had the week, obviously great birthday party. Tried to recoup Sunday and actually went so hard in the paint on Sunday. Ended up just hanging out, drinking, hanging out with James. It made for a horrible Monday.
Wow, I didn't hear anything about this.
Yeah. No, and that's what we do, man. We get together and we usually don't tell you.
Yeah, apparently.
Two's company, three's a crowd.
It's fine.
Can we go back and just mention that John did not complete his birthday? Like, he fell asleep, like, early?
It wasn't early. I mean, it was like...
Did you go to sleep?
I mean... What is sleep?
He disappeared. He pulled, what do you call it, the Irish goodbye? He pulled one of those. He was just like...
At his own house?
It was his own house, and he just went to bed. And the party was still going on. I'm like...
Hey, it's my party. I'll do what I want to.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess. But go back to this heat real quick. It's been so damn hot. I get home Tuesday, and we invite our son home over, right? He lives in Houston. Our daughter's home from work. Our 16-year-old has her boyfriend coming over. And so we're all going to we're doing like these crock pot tacos, and they're delicious, right? Mm-hmm. So I get home, and I'm thinking to myself, I got off work a little bit early to come home, help kind of get this thing going. And so I rush home, and my son had beat me and already started, which is fine. I was happy about that.
Started eating or started
just getting things together for cooking, whatever. And I walk in, and I immediately I'm hit in the face with this pungent gas smell. Right? It's
that's not good.
Not a little bit of gas. I'm talking about like a lot of gas. Right? To be alarmed. Mm-hmm. So I go over to the stove and I turn the knob, and you know how you have to push it down and turn it on. Well, this one, when I turned it, I didn't have to push it down, like it wasn't locked. So I was like, oh man, maybe somebody left the knob on the stove. That's crazy. Okay, damn, thing's been running all damn day to get this much gas in here, right?
Don't light a match.
That's not good.
No shit, right? So I immediately open the doors. I don't think anything of it. Clear it out. Close the door. I start cooking. Okay, yeah, this is what I do, right? I just start cooking. So
Smell it again?
I'm cooking. I keep smelling gas. I'm like, this is weird, but maybe just trapped gas. You know, it's fine. You know, I've aired it out the house. It's whatever. I'm a professional. Okay.
Okay.
Fire Marshal
you're
Bill.
Using that loosely.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm in fire protection. So I start cooking. We get done. It's like 8:00 at night. Amy goes out, throw the ball around with Beasley. She comes in. I go outside. Maybe 8:30, right? And I'm like, I'm going to go out, just kind of pick some stuff up, and I hear this. When I walk outside, I'm hit with this immediately with this gas smell.
Right? Outside?
Outside.
Backyard?
Yep.
Oh.
A lot of gas. Mm-hmm. Not a little bit of gas, a lot of gas, right? And then I start hearing this high-pressure, like, hissing noise. Yeah, but like blowing crazy, right?
Okay.
I walk around the corner, my gas valve outside, I got a 1-inch piece of pipe that is busted, and I've got 1 inch of spray, basically high pressure gas spraying out of this freaking regulator. And that's regulated down to like, I don't know what it is, 50 pounds of pressure is shooting out of there all damn day. It was so much.
Your gas bill is going to be ridiculous.
No, I know. Listen, we could have blown up. And that's how people blow their shit up, right? Because where it enters the house, where it come undone, it was blowing straight into the brick, right? And since it's lighter than air, it travels in there, then it travels up inside of your walls, and then it all of a sudden just filters out into your house, right?
Ooh, your attic was probably full of that shit.
One spark.
And you're in there cooking.
Effing spark. And we're not blowing ourselves up. It's like I've seen a house do this before. It's like there's no brick left.
Yeah.
It's just a fucking I'm sorry.
A what?
Yeah, a concrete pad. That's what would have been left. Okay, this thing would have filled up and blown up, right? So freaking lucky. So I'm thinking like, whatever. So I stayed home the next day, tried to get it back together for a couple of hours, and then ran back to work. Well, I actually got it back together. Dude, I've been fighting with that damn thing for freaking 3 days. I finally finished.
Still leaking?
Yeah, I put it back together and it was leaking still, but it was like microfine bubbles.
Call a plumber.
No, I did it today. It's fine.
Okay.
I put some soapy water on it. So
it's probably fine then. Soapy water fixes everything.
It is probably
what is
good.
Wrong with
you got that gas tape that you just like the plumbing tape.
Teflon the shit out of it.
Teflon tape. I did that.
It fixes everything.
It
Flex
does.
seal.
You used PVC, did you?
I used duct tape. So because that's anyways.
Yeah.
So I got in an argument with my wife last night, and then this morning as well, and then this afternoon. So now she's at the house, and I'm like, I don't care if it blows up.
Should have left it loose.
It's fine. Just blow it up.
On an unrelated note, we may be looking for a new host to fill Jan's spot next week.
I'm not going to jail, am I? Hey, listen,
you're probably going to go to heaven or somewhere else.
I'm just kidding. Anyways, look, I'm saying that was this close, and one of our friends, where I was actually talking to her yesterday, and she was like, this happened to one of my friends, and they all died, the whole family.
Shut the hell up.
The entire family died.
Jeez Louise.
It blew the entire house up, the entire family.
Did you see the video just recently of the house blown? I don't know if it was the same thing or not.
That's a gas leak.
It looked like. Did you see it? It was like in Pittsburgh or something. The house, like, it was caught on somebody else's Ring camera, like 2 blocks away, and you see this house just obliterated.
It disintegrated. That's what would have happened to me,
bro.
I know.
Yeah,
that's exciting.
Is it exciting?
Yeah,
You'd have been viral as shit.
I'm on somebody else's Ring camera for sure.
Oh yeah, I'd have been calling Mike the next day, but like, hey, you get that on your Ring?
He's got it on there. Trust me. He loaned me the 5 wrenches.
Yeah. So. In all seriousness, though, I'm glad you're not.
Yeah. Me too.
Blown up.
Me too.
Straight out of Texas, we're born to live this way. Fire the grill up and hand me
Hey guys, James grabbing the brisket. Hey, thank you for tuning in. Welcome into the show. We got a beautiful episode planned for you guys today. So today it's all about open categories in competition barbecue, our personal experiences, things that we think that might be
what'll work.
Yeah.
And some of the crappy stuff we've done.
Right.
We
not
have
just
done
that,
some shitty things.
but it's more than just like, do you want to follow the norm? Like, 'cause, and I think, and obviously we'll get into it, but like it's the same plates you see everybody trying to turn in, and you're just copycatting, or are you trying to go off on your own and create something?
It's a tricky, slippery little
It is.
whatever.
And what I like about the Open is that, it doesn't go towards your grand champion, it doesn't go towards your reserve or anything else. What it does is it tells you that this is an open category that I put everything into, and it's like head cook against head cook.
Yeah,
on
you kind of feel like
want.
if you win this, like, yeah, you beat me in the barbecue stuff, but maybe I'm a better cook than you.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I game plan better.
Right.
You know, I'm just that's what the Open's anything you want. That's what's so good about it.
I agree. We'll get into that. We're gonna get into that.
And then what else we got?
So I came across a pretty interesting story. We'll get into this interesting story. I always come up with these weird little stories, and it kind of has a little bit of a barbecue twist. I try to find something that had a little weird plus a little barbecue. Have you heard about the Great Emu Wars?
What?
The Great Emu Wars.
I think I did. I think I've heard this.
Is it emu? How are you saying that?
I'm saying emu. Emu. Am I saying it incorrectly?
Is it emu or emu?
I don't think we have to get into that right now. I don't think that's the thing.
Right. It's like it's like an E and then whatever a cow sound makes.
Yes, emu.
Right. Exactly. So let's get into the story. So this story happens kind of post World War I. The setting is Australia. You got a lot of soldiers.
Is this real life or a movie?
No, it's real life.
Okay, I think I've heard of this.
I've never
either
heard
way,
of this.
If it was a movie, I think I've heard of this. So
Okay. Yeah.
we're on the same page.
Yeah, he's heard of it either way. Go ahead.
So a lot of the returning soldiers coming back from World War I, getting home, I think they had some type of program or some type of initiative that was set up there in Australia where the soldiers returning home were getting parcels of land. They're getting land. I don't know how much land they were getting, but they were farming. I think they were growing wheat at that time.
Wheat.
Wheat.
Okay.
Wheat.
I was like, damn.
And they came across, two issues that reared its ugly head during that particular time. One of them was the Great Depression.
Yep.
And then wheat, everything just kind of like plummeted.
Sure.
Also, these farmers were faced with this epic battle of emus destroying their crops. And so what basically, and I'm kind of paraphrasing this article that I read.
What
because
country
I
is this?
Australia.
I didn't know they had a Great Depression at the same time in Australia. Is that everywhere?
I think
everyone had a
everybody
great? I thought it was like just. I thought it was
United
just
States?
Here. Yeah, that's what I thought. I didn't know
You
everybody
gotta-
had a Great Depression.
You got to get out more, man.
I think you don't fucking know. Don't talk to me.
You
like
got to
that.
get out more.
You don't know.
Listen, read a book.
Shut the hell up.
Read a
You
book
don't
or
know
something.
shit.
Like I don't know what to tell
Hey,
you. Like,
hey, beer bitch, will you give me another beer?
I will. I'll get you another beer. Don't worry about that.
Okay, so and just the volume of emus that crashed down onto this region, and they all came in from the I guess the coastal areas.
Right.
20,000 emus.
Yeah.
Just flooded, and these soldiers, they're like, holy shit, like we're having a problem here. This is, and they're like, okay, we need to contact the military. And so that's what
I
they
thought
did.
they were the military.
They were retired. Like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, so they contacted the military, and then they're like, okay, hey, I'm just like, we got you, bro, you know? So they sent a couple of soldiers, and I think they only sent like 2 machine guns with about 10,000 rounds. And I can't remember the name of the machine gun that they sent. I saw a picture of it. It's pretty weird looking.
It's like a Gatling gun?
No. It's the barrel on the end of it's like this big around. It's like very just long, and the barrel's open. But anyways,
Yeah.
so these soldiers get there, and they don't mention how many soldiers, but they get there, and they're just like they're just like mowing down these emus,
Yeah.
whatever. But the emus were a little too fast and a little too agile for them.
Ooh.
Wait, are the emus attacking, or are they
Did
just trying to
anybody
get the
get
food, or
killed?
what is happening? What is the emus?
They're destroying the
trying to do?
farmers' crops. They're busting open gates, pens, the rabbits. Everything is just going and rampant, just eating up everything.
Can I stop you real quick?
Yes.
Like, I thought Australia, maybe this is when Australia started to turn more like Texas, Because I always think.
You thought they were tougher?
I'm just saying, like, if this happens in Texas, you got about, I don't know, 10 million hunters are like.
Right. Everybody has going inside to get their gun.
I got you, bro.
I'm getting to that.
Okay.
Right. And he said barbecue. So are they starting to cook these things? Okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Let me get into the rest of the story. So they burned through about 10,000 rounds, like quick. And they were only, I think they estimated they only probably wounded and killed maybe about 1,000 of them. So they're just running rapid. And basically, they were like, well, we're leaving. We're out of here. And so they leave. So, and all of a sudden they come up with this initiative. Like they put bounty out on these emus. So these local hunters, farmers are like, all right, cool, bounty. I get paid and I can eat this animal. And then basically it kind of started. And it goes into saying, I don't know if they really started the whole fad on eating emu, but apparently it's like a really lean meat that's very high in protein and it's very gamey. But they just started going out there whacking them like, hey, this is what we're eating. And then they're just throwing them on a barbecue, cooking them. I'm sure that probably happened now.
On the Barbie.
The Barbie. Yeah, there it is. So that's a great emu war of like 1932 or 19.
So ironically, I just watched a TikTok video where some lady like walked in and she had this huge like ostrich leg or emu leg and she dunks it in water or oil or something, just a foot, and she pulls it out. The next thing you know, she seasons everything up, and then she ends up like grilling it and then putting it in like this pot, and where it's like, or this barrel where it's like got coals down below, and they end up hanging this leg in there, and then they pull it out and they end up wrapping it all up and putting it back in there. It was weird, but the meat just shredded off, but it just didn't look like.
I'd try it.
I mean, I'll eat it. I eat alligator.
Big ass turkey, right?
I eat alligator tongue, man. I'll eat anything, but I'm just saying. Yeah.
Was that at my house?
Yeah.
I don't even remember the tongue being there.
Well, yeah, I cut it out, and I was like, well, we already smoked it. Let me just try it.
I mean, you can't waste it.
And then I wanted to research. I was like, is this bad for you?
Am I going to die?
Yeah. Is there like alligators have like bacteria and shit? I don't know.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
I just eat the poisonous part.
Yeah. I have a question, and this is not related to emus, but you mentioned earlier crock-pot tacos. What the hell is crock-pot tacos?
It'll change your life.
Is it actually tacos in a crock pot, or is it just like a mix of shit that you're calling crock pot tacos?
So it's what you make. It's everything you like. So it's like so we did chicken. So it's like you put your chicken in there and like all your ingredients and whatever else, and you just turn it on, and then you end up immersion or shredding it everything up, and you have shredded tacos already basting and ready for you.
And then you're putting it onto a tortilla?
So we did tostadas, and then we did crunchy tacos with it. Yeah.
It sounds good.
John, they're delicious.
John, were you thinking it was just a crock pot full of just tacos?
I was wondering, like my wife makes crock pot enchiladas,
tacos?
but it's like, it's got like all the tortillas and everything in there. So like, tacos, wouldn't that shit get a little mushy?
Are you talking about Jack in the Box mini tacos?
I don't know what's happening right now.
I think what you do, you cook them in the crock pot first, and then you got to bust them out and then put them in the air fryer to crisp them up. I think that's how it goes. Same.
Cut them out into little cubes.
Right. Yeah. Interesting. But John, do we have any barbecue news today to share to the listeners?
Yes. It's the hot off the grill barbecue news, and this is brought to us by the NBBQA and the Barbecue News magazine. Our buddy over there, Kel Phelps. I got a couple of different things for us. Lockhart, Texas, November 4th and 5th is going to be an awesome weekend. Live music, live fire, and all the barbecue you can eat. Saturday, they're going to have the Barbecue World's Fair in downtown Lockhart. They're going to have some of your old favorites and some of the newcomers. I don't know if you know, they had the recent 25 new and improved barbecue joints. Some of those folks are going to be out there. And then on Sunday, they're going to have the down at the Lockhart City Park, the annual event, and love. 40 of the top 50 barbecue joints in Texas are going to be out there slinging barbecue. So I don't know if you've followed this show for more than 5 minutes. You've heard of the top 50 barbecue joints. 40 of them are going to be at this event, so you get to try a lot of different shit. And I'll have a little link down below for y'all if you want to check that out.
I think I like what they're doing, but it's like Texas Monthly, right?
I don't know if it's hosted by them or what, but yes, the top 50 obviously, yeah, that's Texas Monthly.
But there, there's a whole thing right now. And there's like a whole subculture of people that travel and like to travel out to all the locations and have the barbecue at each top 50.
Yeah, they have like a bingo card in the magazine. You can like get them all stamped or whatever.
That's right. And when you're putting all 40 of them out there, I think it just takes away. And also,
well, I think they do it a little bit differently. I don't think they're all just rolling out
their whole menu.
Brisket, ribs. I don't think I think they just craft just a serving size or whatever it is. Maybe you're getting burnt ends at this place, or you're getting like the pulled pork sandwich, like or slider or something like that. I don't think you get just everywhere you go. You're just like, I want to try brisket from all of them. I don't know if necessarily you get that. I could be wrong.
No.
Yeah.
No, you're probably right.
You get Hurtado's barbecue. I mean, you're probably going to get some maybe with like maybe a bitty taco with a little brisket meat in there. I don't know.
I do have a little list here that shows like who's going to be there. I'm not going to read the whole list, but Hurtado's is on it. Burnt Bean is on it. Killen's is on it.
The Burnt Bean, man. If you're not going there.
Yeah, Panther City, Mimsy's is on it. There's a lot of our friends that we've hooked up with and talked to that are going to be out there slinging their barbecue. And again, we'll have a link where you can buy some tickets. So if you like Texas barbecue, this is going to be a cool event.
That's badass.
Next up, we got we talked about this last week, NBBQA Conference coming up, San Antonio, January 31st through February 3rd. Again, we'll put the link down below. Get signed up for that.
Yes, get signed up. If you're wanting to come out, and I know that, if you want to come hang out with us,
we will be there.
If you want some, tidbit information, I'm using James's word now. Get out of my head, dude. But it's going to be the Riverwalk.
It's fun.
It's going to be cool, right? Weather-wise. It's February.
Yeah, end of January, beginning of February.
Yeah, so it's going to be cool outside. We're not in that Texas heat wave anymore. It's going to be awesome.
It is going to be awesome. And if you show up, we'll give you a free koozie. How about that?
Well, we'll see.
We'll see if we have any left.
Yeah. That $1,000 you spent to get up there, well worth it.
Right.
100%. Okay. Yeah. Next thing, Q BBQ Fest. I think we talked about. I think they did this last year. They're doing it again. This is going to be at AT&T Stadium up there in Dallas, Fort Worth, whatever. I think they do other events at the AT&T Stadium too. Yep. I don't know. October 7th and 8th, 30,000 pounds of meat will be smoked. And apparently this is a thing now because we talked about they did one in Denver. They did one, I don't remember, somewhere else. But again, we'll put a link down there so you can get your tickets to that. I don't know if we'll be at that event, but it does sound like a good event. It's a lot of meat, 30,000 pounds.
That is an extremely large amount of meat.
Yeah. Last thing I got here. I don't know if you guys have seen this. We're doing a big-ass freaking giveaway right now. We've teamed up with Smoker Builder and a whole shit ton of other people. We're calling it the Brisket Boys Summer Wrap-Up. Over $2,300 worth of barbecue goodness that we're giving away, different prizes, barbecue-related.
It's not getting piecemealed out. This is going to one person.
Well, one person.
One person is going to get hooked up fat right now. We're talking about smokers. We're talking about swag. We're talking about just any seasonings. Yes. Go look at it. This is everything you need to get started day one cooking on anything.
Yes. I'll give you a real brief rundown of some of the stuff that's included. I'm not going to go through this whole list because this whole list is 3 pages.
That's right.
Of shit that we're having sent out to somebody. Curveball Whiskey, our friends over there, they're giving out whiskey, a whole bunch of swag from them. Jealous Devil is giving out multiple bags of charcoal starters, their smoking wood, Onyx, their bichotan, which I think is like their.
Say it again.
I can't. I'm not going to say it
just
again.
Just say it again.
Nope, I'm not going to do it.
Just say it again.
Like
I didn't hear you.
Logs. There'll be a link. Down below if you want to see exactly what it is.
Can you say it again?
ThermoWorks.
Oh,
ThermoWorks. Yeah, they're giving away one of their Smoke X with their billows, which works really great with the drum smoker, which Smoker Builder is including into the giveaway.
Smoker Builder, dude. Let's go,
our buddy
man.
Frank. So that's going to be in there. Our buddy Hook's over there. He's including some rubs.
That's right.
And our buddies from Grill Your Ass Off, they're throwing in some rubs. And then Heifer Hog Hen, we just recently met them, but they're including 2 prime briskets, 2 of their 14-day dry-aged uncured bacon, bacon wrap filet mignons, 2 16-ounce New York steaks, and 2 32-ounce ribeye steaks. These are 2-inch thick freaking steaks. I got one in my freezer.
Well, how did you get one? You bought it?
Well, they like me more than they like you.
How do you... This is what I'm talking about.
Here's the thing. I do all the stuff.
I need for you to change your mailing address to maybe my mailing address.
Right. Do all the stuff and you get all the stuff.
Right. If you do the stuff, you get the stuff.
I got to do more.
That's how it works. You're reading between the lines. You got
say the word.
Yes.
Just say the word. We're messing around.
This steak looks amazing. We also have one of their strip steaks in my freezer and a huge freaking rack of their beef back ribs.
Yep.
We're going to cook all this shit. All this content is coming. Check out our social media.
Okay. It's happening.
Yes, it is happening. And that's all I got for the Hot Off the Grill barbecue news. Yes, yeah. That's where our friends over here they're gonna kick in that.
I know. Yeah. I love it.
All right, guys. Hey, let's step aside a little bit and pay the bills.
Hey, you there. We've got a question for you. Are you tired of clickbait stories and the loudest voices driving discussions in culture and entertainment?
If so, I'm Dylan.
I'm Kendall.
And I'm Corey. And we host the podcast From the Middle. We're middle-class guys living in the middle of America, in the middle chapters of our lives with points of view somewhere in the middle.
We take a more reasonable and centrist approach in our discussions covering genres like comedy, culture, entertainment, and interviews, with really interesting folks like business owners, comic creators, doctors, news anchors, New York Times best-selling illustrators, professional stand-up comics, and more. We really value a relaxed and conversational podcast, one that we hope is so fun and laid back, you'll forget you're not actually hanging out with us.
So search at From the Mid Pod, just like it sounds, or check us out everywhere you can find podcasts.
2023 Rubs of Honor started taking entries right now, and that'll go through October the 2nd. Hey, find the entry form, all the rules, all that stuff's at bbqnews.com. And man, the contest itself's real simple. Anybody can enter, whether your stuff's homemade, commercially available, does not matter. A winner in each category will get $300 cash, and the runner-up gets $200 cash. The winner in each category also gets custom-made plaque, the choice of having their stuff co-packed and ready for commercial through Corey Valley Foods, or if it's already commercially available, you get a $750 contract with BBQ News magazine. So it's your choice there. The $300 first place, $200 runner-up, that's cash money. Hey, you gotta enter to win it, and anybody can enter. Hey man, grabbing the brisket guys, you guys have a cold one on me. You guys keep it smoking, and we'll see you soon.
Hey guys, I'm Frank Cox. I'm from SmokerBuilder.com, and they call me the Barbecue Pit Engineer. And I want to welcome you to the first of my new segment on the Grab 'em in the Brisket podcast called Frank Knows What's Wrong with It. And what my goal is on this part of the podcast is to give you some kind of insight into daily problems that we might have with barbecue-related equipment or restaurants. You know, barbecue restaurants. I got about 28 years in the food equipment industry and refrigeration and HVAC. Plus, I've been building pits for about 16 years now. So anyway, I would like to answer your questions, and all I need is a little bit of help from you. I've got topics that I'm going to throw at it. I've got a lot of topics, but I really want to keep it relevant to what you guys want. So if you don't mind, use the Brisket Boys helpline there. I think one of them boys will probably put the phone number up here, and call in. You can leave voicemails. You can whatever. You can text it, I think, whatever they tell you to do, and let them know what you have issues with, and I'll be glad to take those questions and answer them for you. Anyway, appreciate you. Thank you for listening, and I want to help you fix it. So make sure and send me all your questions. Thanks.
All right, we're back. So let's jump right in. We're going right into the deep end.
Head first.
Open categories at barbecue competitions.
Yeah.
It's I'd say it's kind of our nemesis a little bit to a certain extent because we had a little bit of success early.
Like one of the first ones
like
I came to.
Yeah. And then we've been chasing the white dragon ever since.
Yeah.
And we did Austin. We
did pretty good.
Did pretty
Was
good
it
there.
12th overall.
12th overall. So
Yeah, 180 teams or some shit.
So that was the
Beef rib
that was deboned, sliced, and then
Cubed,
cubed back up, put back onto the bone on a bed of
mac and cheese.
That
was off
right?
the damn hook.
Yeah. So that was really good. And that's kind of one of the things I was thinking about last night or the other day, was thinking like just the open category itself, and then how much work that we put into that one little box. Mm-hmm. It was like 10 hours of work.
It was ridiculously
10
good,
hours
though.
of
work. That
work
was a really great box.
went into that little bitty box for an open category. And that's when I started thinking, I was like, man, this is the one that you can be as creative as you want, or you can just throw something in a box and you still have a chance. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If it tastes really good, like you're getting marked really well, right? You know what I mean?
That's what it comes down to.
It is.
It also has to be kind of versatile. It has to be something everybody's going to be cool with, right? If you throw emu leg in there,
is it
some
emu
people
or emu?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll just keep talking
James,
about it.
can you say it again?
Yeah, James?
No?
Emu.
Okay.
Okay.
It's
there
not
it
that.
is.
It's not.
He said it
It's not
wrong.
how you say it.
Anyways,
Okay.
yeah, I think the beef rib was. I think it hits everybody. Nobody doesn't like beef rib, right? Like that was part of it. But I think what you're saying is that stepping outside the box, because the last time we had success was out there at the Alvin Music Festival, I think, when we did the steak and shrimp.
Steak and shrimp.
Bacon wrapped shrimp with we had the spicy apricot glaze on it. Second place, 150 teams, and that's inside the box. That's what everybody does steak, right? Everybody does steak and shrimp.
It's the surf and turf is like that's the thing you do, right?
Mm-hmm.
But shockingly, I think like the year after that, only fish won. Fish won like 2 years in a row, and I was thinking, I like fish, but I did not expect it to win the open category.
I don't believe it. I think it's bullshit. I think people are lying to you. I think people are saying they're doing fish, and they're doing something else. I think they're making shit up. Yeah, because you don't know. Nobody
I was going
to
say there's a lot of buttheads out there. Like they never give you the
they
always ask you, hey, the first place winner gets up there. Hey, what would you cook? Pop-Tarts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I get that.
Okay, jerk.
Okay, yeah. I get that, and maybe there's some truth to there. But I heard the one guy go into what he did, and when he was that elaborate, I was like, he cooked that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like he gave a pineapple glazed. I mean, he went into details of what he did, or grilled
mahi with something, and maybe some of them are, but I don't think everybody's doing fish sticks or whatever the fuck they're saying. I don't think that's accurate.
Fish sticks.
It's regional, right?
Come on.
I mean, we're here close to the coast. I know seafood is very popular, so maybe it's just kind of regional type deal. But beef ribs are always king because everybody loves a brisket, and you can't serve brisket in the open because that's one of the main categories, and they're like.
That's the one rule, right? So just we'll touch on that real quick. So the rule is you can't turn anything in. It's part of the main category turn-ins. So brisket, ribs, chicken, pulled pork, right? Right. Those cannot be turned in.
Yeah. And then if you think about it, beef rib in a one-bite challenge, how the hell do you beat a beef rib in one bite? Beef rib is hard to eat a lot of because it's so rich, but in one bite, you can't beat that shit.
I'm going to turn into a burger next
time.
And
we went 100%. I'm going to give a shout out here. Aaron Leslie at Texas Oil Dust, the year before, he had told us about his, and he did really well out there in the Open at Austin, and he had done a beef rib and told us all about what he did.
He did,
we were like, we're doing that shit next year.
Yeah, I know. And he ended up doing something different, didn't he?
No, I think he
did the same thing, but he came in like, I think we were 12th and he was like 15th or something. We were right there. Like,
okay,
maybe he brought us down because we had two of the same things. Like,
damn it, Aaron!
The only thing you beat a beef rib is a beef rib.
So Aaron, which we got to get Aaron back on the podcast. I think he's super awesome. He's so dedicated to barbecue and everything else. But he's doing the butcher shop, right? Mm-hmm. He has. Have we ordered anything from him yet?
Not yet.
Okay, I'm going to reach out to him. I'm going to place an order or something. I'm just curious of how. I think he's got a really good product. He's sourcing a really good product right now. You know what I mean? So
speaking of butcher shops, can I give a quick shout out to our buddy Perry Brooks?
You can.
He just landed a new gig over here at I forget the
Stone Cold Meats.
Stone Cold Meats down here in League City. So he's going to be like their head butcher or manager or some shit.
Yeah, head manager, I think.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I'm excited.
I'm going to go there all the time.
Every day.
He sent us messages like, come on.
What up, Perry?
Yes.
So anybody and everybody here in the Houston area, swing by Stone Cold Meats. Give Perry a shout.
Ask for Perry. Tell him you want the Grabbing the Brisket discount, which is 0% off.
Yeah. Hey, no. Just ask for the discount. Don't worry. Just wink at him.
He'll hook you up. Yeah, just wink.
My boy Perry will hook you up.
Smack him on the butt. He loves it.
You'll pay 20% more.
Yeah, probably. That'd be nice.
So let's talk about really quick some of the do's and don'ts. Is there something that you just absolutely don't want to do?
Yeah, I think there are things you don't want to do. Like
there probably is. Obviously, you don't want to do anything that you
I try to Google
and nothing gamey.
Yeah.
And I just don't think
it's got to be versatile.
That's right.
Like I said.
But people are turning in spaghetti. People are turning in their dish.
That's dumb. What that is.
No, but smoked spaghetti. You ever had it?
No. It keeps falling through the grates.
Cooked with brisket. I can't talk to you, man.
You
think it's funny. It's
it is. So I Googled. I try to search. I try to go through all my little avenues to look at some of this information as far as the top suggested turn-ins for this. and maybe it's just Google. Maybe Google's just off its rocker or whatever. But it was like game meat.
Yep.
So venison, that type of stuff, bacon wrapped, anything.
So I think that's true though. I mean, so like in every box, like we're bacon wrapping shrimp. We've done poppers. We've done obviously we've done the steak with bacon wrapped around it. We've done bacon wrapped around pork loin. Like so, yes. Yeah. We've done stuffed pork loins and
those
medallions.
usually do pretty good. I don't know if I've seen one win at all, but the stuffed pork loins, and you stuff them with cheese or boudin or whatever the hell you want to stuff them with, they tend to do pretty well, I think.
Mm-hmm. I think you're right, but it's hard to get the bacon and the pork loin.
That's the tricky part.
Yeah, so you really have to like cook the pork loin and then pull it, wrap it in the bacon, put it back on, season it, and then have everything kind of finish.
Yeah.
It's always too crumbly. The bacon's always overcooked. It's burnt.
I feel like the bacon's always undercooked. Like it doesn't ever get never stiffens up because it's on that moist piece of meat. You know what I mean? Like it's always just like
no, you got
like
to add
the outside's kind of like a little crispy.
Yeah, like if
on
you
the
put
underneath.
enough glaze on it, it's good. But yeah, the rest of it's just like bubble gum.
That's the key. If you take a brown sugar or some type of glaze that you can put on there, let it caramelize, and you're going to have millionaire bacon wrapped around whatever, right? Yeah. Which I think is like, so. Yes, I would agree with that statement. Bacon wrapped anything. Put bacon. Just throw some bacon in a damn box. Let them chew on that and whatever else, you know. But I do think there is. I think it's getting more and more intricate, the open categories, and you're starting to see, I think because of YouTube and because of social media, people are becoming better cooks and better chefs because they're able to practice at home making this fine dining, you know, and that's what's been transforming with anything with all the social media. Like work on a car, I YouTube it. Work on whatever, I YouTube it. Now I'm TikToking it sometimes because I don't want to watch a 10-minute video. I want to watch a 30-second video, you know. My attention span has gotten, you know, whatever. But I think the cool thing about the open is that you can be intricate as much as you want or not as much, right? And you still have the same chance of winning as long as you're serving something killer, right?
Right.
Open category, obviously you're not doing a dessert, so it's going to be a protein of some sort and or some vegetables and potatoes. But you've got people boiling potatoes and running it through a masher and getting a super fine potato, and they're doing almost like a what is it? A chopped roast with gravy and potato and carrots, and you know what I mean?
Hungry.
I know, right? It's something I'm saying. People are going all out. They're spending all day on an open category. We used to spend like 30 minutes and whatever we had left over is what we used to do for an open. You know what I mean? Right. And now it's gotten to be so intricate. You're like, dude, open is where it's at.
Right.
It is fun.
One of the takeaways that I got, it's truly one of the categories, if not the only category on there where you can truly showcase your culinary skills.
Yeah.
And you're going up against everybody else's. And being a pit master and being somebody that can man a pit and manage a fire is challenging and difficult enough. But the whole culinary side of it, being able to play with flavors and combine flavors to create something that's just overwhelmingly magical, that it just knocks everybody's socks off, and you're like, okay, first place. You're like, that's awesome. That's pretty good.
It is. Yeah. I we've got some success, and I think John. I mean, honestly, I think open is like your thing. You know what I mean? Like,
I think I've just cooked it more than anybody else. I think you guys were so burnt out on it by the time I got on the team that everyone was like, "Yeah, go ahead, John. Nobody wants to fucking do that."
Nobody wants to do that, right? And but you've taken it, and now I'm like, damn, dude, we just spent 10 hours making.
Well, the last one you and I did together, we did the beef rib and the mac and
cheese,
cheese, and it was amazing.
I thought it was really good too, and we deserved first place. And Austin clearly got it wrong, but you know, what can you do? You know, you show up next year, you compete again. How many cookers were at Austin?
Close to 200.
So at 200 entries, 180, 190, somewhere around there, right? Think about this. They had several open categories that they did. They did the open, then they did a sauce competition, right? They did a Bloody Mary competition.
I think they did a bean competition out there, didn't they?
They did a bean competition.
I think they did do a bean competition.
Whoa. Who got first place? That would be us. Let's go, right? Hey, I got a video. We did. We got first place beans out of like almost 200 entries.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's nothing to sneeze about, right? We got 9th place on our sauce.
Right. Which
that we
so
burnt the
funny.
first one.
Yes, that was the second round of sauce.
And the first one was better than the second one. Like the first one was money. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was. I was.
Nobody else tasted it. We'll have to take your word for it. So
I was so. My aggravation level for that cook-off, guys. I want you to know, like I was in it, right? I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna get faded. I'm not gonna just be a shithead. I'm not gonna whatever. I was running around grinding.
We were all surprised.
We were. Oh, we were. Same motherfucker. Shit. So I'm just saying, like it was. At moments I felt like I was wrangling cats with you guys. That's what I felt like, and I'm
we were
like,
on our game, bro.
no, I know we were, and then obviously communication levels kind of died down. And was it you that didn't turn it off? Somebody didn't turn it off. Who didn't turn it off?
Me and Matt were still there, and I didn't even know it was on, so I didn't
Matt.
know to turn it off.
It was Matt.
Yeah,
I'm like,
he's
hey,
not here. We can
I was
blame
like,
it on
hey,
Matt.
watch
That's
this
fine.
right here. Don't let it. Whatever. Okay, great. I'm off running off trying to get. I don't know what the hell I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do something. It was important,
I'm
right?
sure.
It was. Come back, burnt freaking sauce. Like it was like
Black.
yeah, black. It took me like 10 minutes to clean the pan to make the other sauce. Rushed 9th place though.
It's pretty good.
9th place
It's
out
all
of
right.
yeah, it is all right. Out of like I don't know how many entries there were.
Several
for
thousand.
the tomato. Oh, get out of here. I'm just saying, but that's when I started really thinking about the opens. Was this last year at Austin? So I was like, dude, we did pretty good in the opens, but look how many different ones we had. And the only one we didn't do was the Bloody Mary. And
That's some bullshit.
And this year they split it, right? They split it and said, okay, you can turn in an elaborate setup, or you can turn in just the Bloody Mary.
Right.
We'll judge you just on the Bloody Mary, or we'll judge you in the competition if you want to build. Okay, last year
Ridiculously over the top.
they built First of all, I thought I walked into an art museum.
Yeah, they had one where there was like stuffed possums playing basketball. I was like, what is happening?
It was so intricate when I walked through, and I walked around everything. I never once saw Bloody Mary anything. I walked out of the building. I was like, hey, so where's the Bloody Marys? And they were like, oh, right behind you. I was like, but where are they?
It looked like dioramas from like a science fair or something.
Where's it at? Right? Because when I walked through, there was a block of ice that somebody had carved out and did an ice skating ring on top of it. Mm-hmm. And there was a Bloody Mary frozen lake underneath it that you couldn't even really see. And the guy, you turned a little knob and you poured ice cold Bloody Mary out of this thing with figurines skating on the ice. It was, I was like, what the freaking hell
and you
is
ran
this
in
shit?
there with the red Solo cup with the Bloody Mary in
Dude,
it.
I walked in. I went to this market that was close to us right there, and I went and bought one of these ceramic dishes, and I made this. It was like this big, right? Mm-hmm. And I made an entire Bloody Mary and brought it in. So my entry is sitting on a table. It looks like this right here. It looks like this by itself. All this room, right? And then everybody else has these elaborate setups everywhere else around.
Huge. Like, it's ridiculous.
Little Timmy's like volcano.
Yes, exactly.
Great project sitting right next to it that just like explodes Bloody Mary.
Exactly.
That's a great idea, actually. We should probably do something like that.
So I just saw today that they have the keg, right? You can get those little pony kegs, pull out the top, and you can pour in Bloody Mary mix. Yeah. I'm like,
you need to get one of those.
We're doing it.
That sounds awesome.
We're doing it.
So to kind of like recap or kind of wrangle up and kind of recap and put this whole
You're trying to go
open
to
category.
You're trying to take it down?
I'm trying to move it. Move
Okay.
along.
He's keeping it moving.
Move it. Yeah. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
So
Who wants to do an open?
Exactly. So a lot of our successes come with steaks, beef ribs. It's going to be one thing. I guess the piece of advice that we always give to everybody: go judge an open, and you know what? It's very difficult to get into these competitions to be able to judge the open, because that's usually the competition people that are putting
Everybody
it on.
wants to judge.
Yeah,
That's what they want to judge.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to judge
really no
chicken.
open spots. Yeah. I'd like to just be on a fly on the wall just to see what comes in there, because I can like, okay, yeah, no, we got 25 beef ribs, 25 steaks, shrimp.
Yeah.
You get kind of an idea.
I don't think it's beef ribs. I don't think people are spending. I'm just saying. I don't think beef ribs is the one that everybody's turning in. I think it's more pork.
I think you're getting a handful. I think you're getting more steak than anything else.
Yeah.
If you are going to turn in steak,
it better be the
best damn steak.
I know.
And if you're going to do a surf and turf, don't overcook the damn shrimp.
Dude, I know.
Yeah.
That's like the.
That's the two things.
It's got to be the best bite, and that goes with any barbecue. It always comes down to one bite. One bite. Everybody knows the rules. That's all you get.
Okay, Dave.
Right? That's it. Dave Portnoy said it, man. I mean, that's
not
what it is.
trademarked at all.
Right.
No, but that's what every barbecue competition is. And,
For sure.
and it's one bite, but he didn't take one bite. He takes like 10 bites, and
Right.
it keeps saying
Right.
one bite. All right?
He's full of shit.
Yeah, he is full of shit. But I'm just saying that it is literally one bite. You get one entry into the box, and when you come out, you can't touch the box again. Somebody else to you just move it down. Boom, there it is. Got my food. It's weird.
True. It's true.
Well, all the talk of food is really getting me kind of parched a little bit, so maybe we can just transition into the grabbing the brisket.
Beer review. Let's go.
All right.
What we got?
It's a secret. It's in the cooler right by you.
Yes, if you could just grab those for us, that'd be
I got that.
super
I got
fantastic.
this. Hey, next time we do this, I'm not going to be grabbing beer. I'm just letting you know.
That's a lie.
This is
We'll have it
it's
on
not going to
table.
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
We'll bring an ice bucket and like some.
All right, so today's beer review is brought to you by our friends over there at Martin House Brewery in Fort Worth, Texas.
Go figure.
They should just sponsor the show at this point.
Look, first of all, why is Martin House not sponsoring this show? Like we got to be. I know we're not their biggest supporters,
No, we are.
but we're probably their biggest like
We're keeping them in business.
low
for
key
sure.
low key
Yeah.
shitty podcast.
Shug and
Yeah.
John over there.
I know.
Awesome guys. And this one is actually one we brought back with us. So this is one when we were up there, we brought this back with us. This is their peanut butter golden stout, which I had a little slur in there, a little stout.
Did you say golden salt?
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Words are hard.
But this is one that I know I've had before because every time I walk into their tap room, I see it up there and I'm like, I'm going to start with the peanut butter golden stout because I love their.
So you've had it already.
Yeah, I've definitely had this. I haven't had it
this
out of
is
a can. I've only had it on tap, but I'm excited to drink it again.
my first time. Like usual with Martin House, the artwork, the cans, they do a phenomenal job. And the one thing about Martin House is they put out 100+ different beers a year.
Mm-hmm. Is that a bluebird or a blue jay or what is that?
Looks like a blue jay.
Is that a peanut in his mouth? Is that what that
It's
is?
a rock, a pebble. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's peanut. Yeah, it's a peanut. Peanut butter. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, these guys know what's up. They put it out there. They create more different beers than any other brewery I've ever heard of. And man, they're like the mad scientist of.
We've said it 100 times.
Yeah.
Yep.
So again, Martin House, can you just freaking
Sponsor us.
throw us a damn bone or something? Shit, dude.
8% alcohol by volume, and it smells like heaven. It smells like Choosy Moms Choose Jif.
Yeah, Choosy Moms Choose Jif. Made in Texas by Texans. 8% alcohol by volume, and it's it didn't really have anything on. I like the stories they put on there. They don't put anything on here. They got over it. Okay.
I kind of wish I had a jelly beer to go with it because that would be
What is it?
like a peanut butter and jelly. I've had a jelly beer.
Okay.
No? Okay.
Sweet. Yeah. Gotcha.
I'll jump off. I'll be the first one to give this beer review.
Would you please?
It's
Okay. Well, let me just give me a second, man. Let me just digest it. Yeah. Go ahead.
Do you?
Yeah.
It's good. I mean, the peanut butter flavor is pretty on spot. I don't know what they use to brew it because I know they're just mad scientists and they go to the warehouse to.
They put peanut butter in it for sure.
We use in like the. Anyways, I won't get into it, but
You think they use that powder peanut butter? Have you seen that shit?
yeah,
Like the PB2 or whatever they call it? Have you seen that?
I know what you're talking about.
It's like a powdered peanut butter.
you just mix it with water and it turns
Yeah,
into
yeah.
peanut butter.
Like people put it in like their protein shakes and shit. I used to have it all the time. It's really good.
Yeah.
But anyway, go ahead.
Is it just,
it's
can we? Is it powdered peanuts?
I don't know what it is, but it tastes exactly like
No,
peanut butter, but
I'm
it's
not doing
powder.
that.
it's probably imitation.
I can't
No.
do that.
I don't. Okay, I'm gonna bring some. We're gonna do this. It's gonna be a thing.
Make our own
Go
alcohol.
ahead.
Well, yeah, we'll move on. Dude, it's delicious. I mean, I'm typically not on board with the peanut butter beers. I don't know. For some reason,
This one doesn't have chocolate.
it does not. Yeah, so you're just getting straight, just kind of that peanut butter flavor, that stout, and it's smooth. I have no problems with this. I'm not going to probably buy this like all the time, or I may not buy it again just because maybe I'll bring the one, or when I'm at the tap room, I'll get one of those. But man, I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm just going to go straight in, just like
do it, man.
7.5.
It's the worst score in the world. It's the
Well,
worst score.
At least he gave a decimal this time.
Like you have the whole wind up. The whole wind up was great, and your delivery,
Dude.
was a ball.
It could have been.
You know what I mean?
It could have been over much sooner, but there's too many interruptions.
7.5 is
7.5.
It means it's very good.
It's a great beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, he said very good. He didn't say great. Let me ask you this: what is your favorite kind of peanut butter?
Reese's Pieces.
That's not a peanut butter,
Reese's
and it doesn't even taste like peanut butter. It tastes
Reese's
like
Pieces,
peanut
not
butter
fucking
flavored garbage.
Yeah. Okay.
They make a peanut butter. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Do they really?
Yeah.
I've never seen that shit.
So I like the one at the
Reese's.
store that it crushes and makes
grind yourself.
it
You're
gr-
so fucking bougie. Okay,
I am,
forget
but it's
it.
so good, dude.
Oh my God.
Nobody can afford
Jeff.
that.
It's Jeff. Is
Nobody
what it is.
can-
Jeff is
No,
the
it's
right
not.
answer we were looking for, folks.
It is.
It's not Peter Pan.
But is
It's
it
not
is
whatever.
It, so does Jif make it crunchy?
Yeah.
Do you like the crunchy or are you?
I like
smooth?
both. We usually buy smooth because that's what the kids eat, but I like the crunchy.
I like crunchy.
Yeah.
I'm a crunchy guy.
I'm down for crunchy.
Yeah.
No
Peanut
thanks.
butter. Hey, you ever make a peanut butter sandwich?
Just peanut butter?
You ever do it?
Like just peanut butter?
I can't understand. Like, yes.
Nothing else but peanut butter and bread? Is that what you're saying right now?
Yeah. I don't know how
No,
else to-
I've never been that broke that I didn't
I don't-
have jelly. I always put jelly. What
I
the
don't know
fuck?
how else
What
to
is wrong with you?
First of all, I don't know how else to say you ever had a peanut butter sandwich and only describe what it is. But listen, you don't do two slices of toast. You do one. One slice of bread, peanut butter on top, open face, eat it. It's delicious.
Okay, that's just called toast with peanut butter on
It's
it.
not toast. It's
You
bread.
don't toast it?
No.
Okay. No, I haven't.
Okay. Well, you're missing out. Can I go real quick?
I'd love that.
Okay. This is an 11.11. this is a 9.2.
9.2.
9.2. This beer is so good. It's so drinkable. And it's 8%. It's 8%. This little can is as much as a bottle of wines.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like one and done. This is like a pre-gamer, and then you're like, oh, I'm good.
One and done.
I don't need
Two
any
and
more.
through.
I don't need any more today. We're good. 2 and through. Yeah.
John,
this
do
is,
you have any more rhymes for us?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't. 3 and now I got to go pee.
Yep. There it is.
This is good. I like
this
it
is
too.
phenomenal, man. Like,
It's very good.
take a big drink.
Okay.
Then take a small drink.
Talk me right into it.
Yeah. James. We're starting to get hives over there. He's like, it's 7 point something. I don't know what to think about it.
I'm allergic.
Okay.
This is super good. Yeah, you're right. It's super smooth and 8%. Like that's
8%.
So smooth.
It tastes like no alcohol.
My kids would love this.
This is a morning beer.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
You wake up, you have this before breakfast.
You're on the money. It's 9.2. This is a good.
This is
fucking beer.
9.2.
Yeah, this is really good.
That's what I'm
beer.
talking about.
Yeah, I drink
Let's
this
go.
every day.
Let's go.
Multiple times on Sunday.
That's what I'm saying.
It's delicious.
Like when you're driving to work, you're driving the kids to school, and you're like, hey, look, I know you didn't have breakfast this morning. Just
Right.
have a swig. You'll be all right. Right?
Pour this
You know?
in your Cheerios.
Yeah, it's fine.
We do not condone that.
Yeah, barely. We
Yeah,
barely
kids
condone it.
drinking, not cool.
No.
But drinking and
Not on
driving
the way to school.
to work is acceptable, I think.
No, on the way home maybe, but not on the way.
No.
Well, how are you going to set the tone for the day?
That's accurate. He's got a point, James.
I mean-
I think that's what we've got for the grab and the brisket.
There it is. Beer review. Dude, it sounds really good. It's better when we have like other people. They're like
I feel
off
a
and low.
little bit awkward.
Yeah,
but
we're like
it's fine.
what do you call like
You
a?
hear it played back in the air. Like it's like that whole TikTok where you're singing out loud to a song. You think it sounds this way.
Yeah.
But then you hear yourself. It's
Right.
like, that is terrible.
I've seen
Horrible.
those.
But
It's so damn
we're
funny.
too far gone. We can't go back.
So I'll tell you something really funny. You know how like tone deaf is a thing. Like when I'm singing in my car,
You sound fantastic.
I am the best effing singer there is, right? So one day I'm driving and I'm exiting Pearland Parkway, right? So I'm exiting and I'm coming up to the light and I'm in my head this song was on, and so I took my phone out and I hit the record button, bro, and I sung this song, right? And as I'm singing, I killed the music.
Oh, don't do that to
Hey,
yourself.
I killed the music and let it go for like 6 seconds, and then I ended it, right? It was so bad. It was the worst. Once I heard it, I was like, that's what I sound like.
I'll never sing again.
Holy shit. And then now people are like, hey, go karaoke. I'm like, dude,
No.
you don't want me going up there. Bro, I heard myself. Not good. When you hear it on a recording like that,
No, yeah, no, I
It's-
get it.
it's eye-opening.
I've
You know
heard
what I
you
mean?
sing
No, you
on
have not.
our recordings
You didn't.
multiple times.
Yeah,
and
bad.
you're going to do it again here in a second because we're going to slide into our barbecue fail.
Yeah.
Is that okay? Can we do this?
Let's do it.
Okay. This is from Chad Boyd. He sent in an email for us, and I printed it extra large font so that I could read it even if I'm
There it is.
been drinking.
Good for you.
One of my biggest barbecue fails was at a family reunion. I was put in charge of the whole hog and was ready to impress everyone with my talent. So I proceeded to prepare the hog with what I thought was my special recipe dry rub and cooked it for 11 hours. Everyone was arriving and eagerly awaiting the delicious pork feast. So when the hog was fully cooked, I proceeded to start dishing out portions, waiting for my praise, only to be presented with awful faces of people spitting out the meat. It seems instead of my special recipe dry rub, I had accidentally grabbed the straight cayenne pepper and seasoned the hog with that.
Oh, my God.
Needless to say, the whole hog was not a hit, but my homemade iced tea suddenly became a crowd favorite.
There
LOL.
it is. There it is. Hey, is it Chad?
Yeah, Chad.
Chad. You know what you just won? You just won
Sing
some
it.
Suckabusters. Everybody wants some Suckabusters. Dude, congratulations. If I had to pick her up from them, Chicks That Smoke, but also don't sleep on it. They have like 30 or 40 different rubs.
They have a
have
shit ton of
a
rubs.
tremendous amount of rubs. Order one, and I need feedback. Give us some feedback on the rubs that y'all are getting because we want to see like, hey, do you like what you're getting? Is this, give us feedback on what's happening. That's all I'm asking.
Yes,
Give us a shout back.
And more importantly, you are in the running for our end of the year giveaway, which we've just recently realized or learned that Smoker Builder is going to be a sponsor for that too.
Yep.
It's going to be a badass giveaway. We don't know what it is yet, but Frank's going to hook it up and it's going to be badass. So
It is. Hey, so can we talk about them from Frank for a second?
Whatever you want,
like,
man. This is your platform.
I am so
Barbecue
impressed.
pit engineer.
I am so impressed, and have been from the moment I met the guy. I was impressed with him. Then I've been impressed with his, and I follow his work. Like obviously, this collaboration we're doing is not because that we're like hunting down like, hey, who wants to whatever. This is something that, like we're invested in, and he is amazing. How much thought, how much energy
too.
How smart he is, how long he's been in the game. This guy is a wealth of knowledge. He's definitely a resource, and he's passionate about it. And that's what matters. Like he is so passionate about what he's doing, but also about the whole industry. And when you're around somebody like that, it's infectious. And I can't tell you how excited I am just to be partnered and just have this whole relationship with him. So
yeah, and if you've made it this far, you were listening. But the new segment, Frank knows what's wrong with it. You guys sending your questions for him because he's going to answer them on the show.
That's right.
He knows all about smokers, all about.
Frank knows.
Yeah, he knows about lots of shit. So if you have a question,
hey, my smoker's not running this way. My smoker, hey, give us the dimensions, give us what you're working with. My smoker's not running this way. I put too much.
Right, running too hot. It's too smoky. It's too this. It's too that. What's the deal?
I can't maintain the temperature. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So Frank knows. So this is each week, right? So send in the questions, whatever else, because this guy. If he doesn't know, you're going to spend 5 hours on the phone with him until he dives into it.
He will figure that shit out.
He's
I'm
like,
telling you right now.
Exactly. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, shit, I'm just a bad cook.
Yes.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yes. So if you do have questions, you can reach out to us at info@grabtheminthebrisket.com. That's our email. Or you can head to our website, grabthebrisket.com. There's links all over the place there. Any of our social media, of course, you can reach out to us there. We can get your questions to them, or at our hotline that is 434-829-2299. Leave your questions for Frank there, and also leave us your barbecue wins and your barbecue fail stories, or any questions you have for us. We want to get you in the running for all the giveaways that we're doing. We have a shit ton of giveaways going on between now and the end of the year, and we want you to win. So
we want somebody to win.
Yeah. I kind of want to win myself, to be honest with you.
Yeah. You're not winning. You've already won. All right, you've won so much. Won so much. Yeah, we're good. But I'm not gonna lie. When I started looking at every single thing that was going out, I started looking at the stuff that I have, and I'm like, I don't have that. Well, I don't have that. Damn, I don't have that.
I'm excited about every single thing that we have going out.
It's pretty badass.
We're giving away a Grab and a Brisket backpack. I don't even have one of those. It's gonna be freaking cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. You'd be the coolest kid at school. I'm just saying. I'm just putting that out there right now.
There it is. Cheers.
Well, before we put this thing to bed, can I go ahead and just tease a little bit? Go ahead and check out next week's episode. We have the Netflix barbecue superstar, the one that won the barbecue. What was the
Barbecue Showdown?
Barbecue Showdown.
That
That's right.
Should we say the name? I
Nope.
mean, there's probably a lot of people out there that
Haven't watched it.
seen that. Go
You can
check
say
it out now.
Yeah, no.
You can say it.
Yeah, this is your warning. If you're still working your way through that series,
Ear muff.
yeah, plug your ears for about 2 seconds. Thyron? Yeah,
That's
Thyron's
right.
going to be on the show.
Badass.
Yeah, it is going to be badass.
That is awesome.
Dude, everybody, hey, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for listening. And I just want to say it's been awesome talking barbecue with you.
Peace. Let's go. Later.
As we close out, big thanks to SmokerBuilder.com and the NBBQA for their unwavering support.
Absolutely, and cheers to Barbecue News Magazine, SUCKLEBUSTERS, and Dow Strong Knives for their contributions.
And you know Yeti always has our back, and Coolie Nation ensures our drinks stay perfectly cold.
Lastly, props to Cambro Manufacturing, and of course the Spicy Nut, the Chicks that Smoke Seasoning. Thanks to all for powering this show.
Until next time, keep smoking.